Sometimes guys from their area aren't recruited or whatever. And you have a Middletown connection working, and that's right in their backyard. Will you talk a little bit about how that's been developed?
Yeah, I mean, it was really established before I was here. That last year Chris Wright, Chip Robinson, and Blake Walker were already on the squad when I got here, and certainly their presence here, and the fact that they had a good experience here, and the fact that those guys played for our staff for a year helped us recruit the guys we got out of Middletown last year. So in recruiting, you could always tell people what your program's like, and you sell this and you sell that. But in the case of Middletown, we had 3 players that lived the program. And I think that's the best endorsement you can have, is when guys they trust are telling them to come to Bowling Green. You'll have a good experience here.
Is there anything else?
Yeah, Coach, you kind of touched on it, but a little more on the strengths of Miami, maybe kind of what you see that they present to you guys.
I mean, number one, they're very good at throwing the football. Or you could say conversely, we're both not good at running it. This is a matchup of 2 of the lowest rushing teams in the country, but I think 2 teams that throw the ball very well. And just to start with their offense, I mean, Dysert, I think, has become, in a very short period of time, one of the very best quarterbacks in the conference. And he's not one-dimensional. He can beat you with his arm. He certainly executes their passing game at a high level. The ball's going where it should go. You can see him getting through his progressions. He's become a more accurate quarterback. He can beat you with his feet. They will run him. And there'll be some design runs. And you have to worry. Again, they won't do it 20 times a game, but they'll do it enough that you got to keep, they keep you honest. But where he's really scary is where a play breaks down and he's able to improvise. That was the Central Michigan game. He won that game when a play broke down and he created space, and he throws the ball exceptionally well on the run. And now you combine that with a wide receiver crew that's playing at a very high level. Robinson, I think, is the 4th leading receiver in the conference. Harwell in the last 2 weeks has become his #1 target. You see him getting better every week. And they've got 3 or 4 other guys that can really stretch the field and catch the ball. So, it's not like you double team one guy. They have a number of guys that can hurt you. And their back, Merriweather's a very good player. If they ever wanted to feature the run game, he could be a 1,000-yard rusher. And then on defense, what I see is just incremental improvement from a year ago. Last year they struggled on defense, but they were playing a bunch of freshmen, a bunch of sophomores, and now those kids are all a year older, a year better. They understand the system better. And, I think, as individuals, those players have taken steps to become better, and so collectively their whole defense and their whole offense is playing better. So, but again, it's, they're capable of making some very explosive plays in the pass game. So we're really going to have to do a good job of pressuring Dysert, not letting him escape, and we got to cover people. It's really that simple.
So many MAC games this week too. There's Tuesday night games, Wednesday night, Thursday night games. You can take advantage to watch some more football yourself. Obviously,
I'll be watching film of Miami tonight. So if you want to stop by the SIBO Center, I mean, it's. And I just think sometimes it's funny because they have all the coaches voting these polls on other players and the rankings, and we don't watch anybody but ourselves and who we play. You guys have probably a way better opinion than me on, is Auburn or Oregon playing at a higher level? I mean, seriously, when a Saturday night, if we have an afternoon game, I'll take my computer home and I watch our game and I watch our upcoming opponent. So we're not, it'd be nice to relax and sit on the couch and watch somebody else, but if you have time to watch football, I should be watching our opponent.
How about Miami special teams?
They're very solid. The kickers had a really good year for them. And again, I think when a defense improves, and where they've really improved on defense is at all 3 levels, but they were very young in the secondary a year ago. Now all those guys are sophomores, and usually when your second and third level of defense gets better, your special teams get better. Because a lot of those guys are the same guys that are on your special teams. And also, when your depth is better, your special teams are better. And you know, that's been one of our challenges this year, is we've been very thin in the secondary, and then we got injured and had other issues there. And that has taken a toll on our special teams because we don't have the depth in the back end that we'd like to have. And I think that's why Miami has improved.
You guys got anything else? Thanks, Coach.